What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trade with Me, where I do the research and I do the D&D, and you can trade with me if you choose. So today we're going to talk about a company called SOS Limited, mostly because I'm interested in the Bitcoin space. I want to get at least some sort of investment in Bitcoin so that I can watch Bitcoin grow, because I do feel that it is not slowing down anytime soon. SOS is a pretty low evaluated stock right now. I mean, it's trading about $6 or $7 up and down. I remember just a couple months ago it was trading around $2 and I got stopped out at $2.15. How silly do I feel now that's at $7 and I'm nowhere near in it? But I do plan to invest in it. So before I invest in anything, I do my research. I will warn you, this is not the typical stock where we have this beautiful, beautiful trend line and there's no risk. This can be a risky stock. I say if you are going to invest in this, you need to have a stop ready every single day. You need to be ready for the ups and downs. I would go long on it if you're going to invest. If you're going to do a swing, you got to watch this thing because it is volatile. But here's the D&D, here's the research if you want to get into it. I do plan on getting into it. I just don't know when yet. So what is SOS Limited? It's a technology company that provide marketing data technology solutions for emergency rescue services to corporate and individual members. It operates SOS Cloud Emergency Rescue Service software as a service platform that offers basic cloud products such as medical rescue, car rescue, financial rescue, and mutual assistance rescues. And they also mine cryptocurrencies. They are a Chinese company and they get a lot of bad press because of that. If you Google SOS right now, there's going to be articles left and right saying they're frauds. There's going to be articles left and right saying they are the future. What's funny is if you look back at Mara, you look back at Riot, there's a lot of this bad same press from a lot of the bad same companies. I'm not saying there isn't a case. I'm not saying that SOS hasn't been some sort of deceitful, but I do think they are actually mining Bitcoin and they do have plenty of potential. So what do? They mine Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is good. They're slightly diversified. The company, as of the 15th, has installed 10,000 cryptocurrency mining rigs, and they have a capacity to mine 707 gigahashes per second. Now, if you're like me, I had no idea what that meant today. And I said, well, if I'm going to speak about it, I have to have at least an idea of what is the grand scheme of a gigahashes. And is that good? Is that bad? Is that a Ford Pinto or is that a Ford Raptor? Let's see. Well, first of all, is SOS sustainable? Well, mining Bitcoin, mining these cryptocurrencies, I think it's safe to say that cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Even as countries try to ban cryptocurrencies, ban these side services, they will always be around. And a lot of people are really getting into the idea of having this other currency that is not regulated by any one government. So Bitcoin continues to rocket. I mean, it's absolutely screaming. Imagine if you got into this stuff years ago. And Ethereum is also on the rise. Is Ethereum a sympathy play for Bitcoin? I really don't think so. I think it does have some value. I mean, right now it's going for 1747. Bitcoin all-time highs. So, what the heck is a gigahash rate? Well, the faster a miner can hash, the faster they are likely to mine actual Bitcoin or Ethereum. The way that these cryptocurrencies are mined is they solve problems, and when they get the problem the right way, it is a Bitcoin or it's an Ethereum coin. So the amount of hashing you can do is kind of your value, okay? And it starts at a kilo hash, which is 1,000 hashes per second, then a mega hash, then a giga hash, then a terahash, a petahash, exahash, zetahash, and a yottahash. Now, we're at a gigahash. There's a ways to go, but SOS is a pretty young company. They are just figuring it out. And I'm going to go look back at Riot and Mara later in this video to see where they were at maybe a year ago and where SOS might be going. So, is 10,000 crypto miners a lot? It's more than not a lot. I mean, Riot right now has 15,000 miners and their current stock price is $55. Riot has taken several steps to make themselves way more profitable. They own their machines. They own really high quality machines and they have them diversified in different areas. It's a solid company. If you want a super safe blockchain company, Riot is probably the way to go. And then you have Marathon Holdings. 21,500 miners. Their current stock price is $37. I remember when Mara was 17 a couple months ago, and I was like, wow, that's pretty expensive. Joke's on me. I mean, Mara is probably just as good of a company as Riot, but they're in a different stage than SOS. And we might be getting SOS at a discounted price right now. So it is reasonable to assume that SOS will continue to purchase more miners and produce more revenue. Bitcoin has shown zero signs of slowing down as well. So in theory, if SOS continues to buy miners and continues to set them up and actually mine, then they will mine more Bitcoin and more Ethereum, and they will have revenue. Now, at this point, SOS has, according to them, generated at least one Bitcoin. The company expects in their forward-thinking statements to generate 41 Bitcoins and 909 Ethereums in the first quarter of 2021, based on various assumptions relating to downtime for its fleet, worldwide hash power, and other operating conditions. SOS Chief Executive Officer Stephen Lee elaborated, these expected mining results reflect only a partial quarter of operation, so not even a full quarter. They expect to at least have 41 Bitcoins, and since our current fleet of mining rigs was only recently installed during the first quarter, our output should grow in future quarters as we receive and install 1/3 batch of mining rigs and have a full quarter of operations for our current rigs. Now, if they just do what they're trying to do, 41 Bitcoins at today's rate is going to be $2 million in revenue, and 909 Ethereums is going to be $1.6 million in revenue. I mean, that is a pretty substantial amount of revenue for what they're not really paying that much for the mining machines themselves. Now, if you look in the news, there have been many allegations that they don't even own this equipment, and SOS has responded, and they have responded with some force. So, what did Riot look like when they had 10,000 miners? Now, the day they came out with the news that they had finally installed their 10,000 miners, and they didn't just come out and say, we have 10,000 miners. No, they were slowly building 1,000 here, 1,000 there. SOS has done 2 installments, 5,000 and 5,000 after they raised capital, where Riot kind of raised capital, bought machines, raised capital, bought machines. But this is kind of what they look like, right? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is their 6-month chart. On the day, May 7th, we're right over here, probably right there to be exact. They announced they have these machines, and they're trading around $2. Again, Bitcoin isn't worth that much a year ago compared to now, but you can expect, right? Bitcoin was what? Maybe half of its value a year ago, maybe a little less. And they're at $2. So you multiply that 2 or 3, $6 stock. SOS is around a $6 stock. What was Mara doing when they had 7,000 miners? They were on a downtrend, trading at about $1.50. They had a ton of negative press saying they weren't legit, that their mining machines weren't legit, that they're not really mining Bitcoin as well. And they did take a beating for that. So again, it's not easy for a crypto mining company to get out of this bad press and to really take off. So we might be getting SOS at a pretty discounted value if you do plan to go in. Again, this is a risky play. This is not the most beautiful play in the world. This is something I am planning to invest in, so I did the research, so I feel good going in. It's totally up to you if you want to buy in as well. SOS at 10,000 miners. This is their chart this morning. I didn't get it at the end of day close. I probably should have updated that, but they're around $7 right now. They're trading pre-market. They went on a nice tear. It's important to remember that these companies have had less effective miners as well a year ago for Riot and Mara. So $8, $6 is probably a pretty solid price for SOS. 10,000 newer miners should be more effective and mine more Bitcoin and Ethereum. As the Bitcoin price continues to go up, the Ethereum price continues to go up. I mean, you only have more revenue coming in. So there are allegations. I will not lie to you. I would never lie to you. But SOS has responded they are hiring an independent group to review their entire mining operation, confirming every single machine that they do have and they are mining, confirming their actual Bitcoins, and even Seeking Alpha was giving them some positive press today, saying that they believe SOS, and Seeking Alpha is not always the most positive pumping stock as it is, So here's my DD on SOS. If you're getting in, cool. If you're not getting in, I totally understand. But I do plan to get in on the next red day when SOS takes a pretty big hit. That might not be for a while with those stimulus checks coming out and everything else. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you liked my videos. I have way more videos. I do a video every other day, something like that. I do the research. You invest if you'd like. This is not financial advice. This is just how I plan to spend my money. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave a comment, leave a like, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.